Hello, this is the Tank Guy, and today I just want to give out some suggestions to Cherwing, which is the company that manufactured this little RC tank. However, the one you see right in front of you right now, this one died on me yesterday because it had a faulty gear in it, and when I pulled the gears out, they all fell out. Now, Cherwing has this odd RC design where they did this, which yes, it is cheap, but what I'd suggest is take the motors, stick one here and one there, and just put worm gears on the end so that the worm gear would turn this. Well, yes, I understand it would be a bit slower than usual, but it'd be more realistic that way. Also, try to do something similar with the turret. It would also work really nicely with it. Another suggestion is that sound box, because that one noise that it does, it's more of a construction vehicle sound. I want something that sounds more like a tank. For instance, here's my Henlong battle tank, and it has this kind of sound to it. See, just something simple like that, and sounds with the turret. Oh, wrong one. See, something like that could actually be really easily done. And plus, you don't even have to use the Henlong sounds. You could create your own. I'm going to shut that off so I don't waste power. And seriously, there's only 2 Tiger 1 tanks out, which I do have more suggestions for other tanks, but I'll just share them at the end. I'll also add a little picture in of the really complicated setup that Cherwing has. But another thing I'd like to talk about is the remote. I understand that buttons are simple, but still it's bland. What I'd recommend doing is this. Have one side a lever for all the driving so that you can go in any direction you want, and then have all the extra settings like the turret rotation, the guns, and whatever those are on this side, so that not only can you drive it, you can also shoot it while it's moving. And yes, I do understand that could be complicated, but still, imagine having a little RC tank where it's just like the Henlong ones, only at 1/72nd scale. Imagine how unique that would be. Another idea that I'm going to bring up would be variety. There's only the Tiger 1 and the King Tiger, and you could have something a bit more interesting, not German, but more ranked, like Soviet vehicles. This right here is the ISU 152, and it gives you a simple idea, like put infrared technology on these little things. I understand that could be a pain. However, imagine having little battles. You could have a German tank, a Soviet tank go against each other. You could have American tanks and Japanese ones fight each other. But some ideas I could have for other tanks would be the Churchill, the T-34, the M4 Sherman, the Ferdinand, the Porsche Tiger, the Mark 1, a Panzer 1, or Panzer 4, not Panzer 1, and probably even a Hetzer. But for another American tank, I'd recommend the T1 Heavy, just off the top of my head. And another Japanese one would be the Chiha, or the Chi-Nu. These are just some simple ideas, and one more for the Soviets are the KV-2. That one just popped up, because the KV-2 is a very favorite tank. Many people actually really like that one. And if you do that, chances are you're going to sell a lot of these little things. And I bought that Tiger over there for $20, which is not bad. I mean, this Henlong one over here, it may be bigger, which could add up to the price, but I got that for $40 to $50. I don't remember exactly. But I do consider it more of a fair price for one of these than to go out and buy one of those. Just trust me on this. It's a really good idea. And if anyone from Cherwing sees this, take notes. That's all I have to say, because take some ideas. And before I go, I'm just going to suggest one more tank, the mouse. Just because why not? But yeah, please take notes, and I'll see you later. Oh, and if anybody else has any tank ideas, or just RC tanks in general, leave them in the description. Thank you. Bye. After I finished recording that, I kind of forgot there were two more tanks that I wanted to mention. And these two are American and German. One of them being the Jagdtiger, and the other one being the M26 Pershing. They'd both be really interesting models to see, and I'd love to see how they'd do an American one, going off their German designs and changing them. I'd love to see how that would work. Alright, bye.